Hi, my dear fellow writers. Come back again in this simple podcast. Today, I'm Ravi as an Indonesian writer who want to share my story with broader audience. Will share about my own opinion today. What is the important skills that a writer should have? This is the real thing that I think we should think more because we are in the AI era. When we think about great writers, we usually think about their imagination. We talk about word building, character arcs, plot twists, beautiful prose, and so on. It's included in fiction writing. But if we talk about content writer and also copywriter, I think we will think about how to make a good headline and then how to craft a great storytelling to hook the readers and also how to make a thing that can make them to be attractive to our quotes. Don't get me wrong. Storytelling is the heart of the craft, but here is the harsh truth. Creative writing programs rarely teach you. Storytelling alone will not make you a successful professional writer. I have published 31 books in Indonesia, and also I write 1,000 articles. I got many jobs related with writing. But according to me, storytelling skills or writing skills only is not the essential skills if we want to level up our writing career. If you want to actually finish books, get published, build an audience, or make a living with your words, there is a whole invisible toolkit of secondary skills you need to master. Today, we are diving into the top three non storytelling skills every writer needs to possess. The first one, project management and discipline. Oh, this is the real thing. I think this is not only for writers, but also for all of the creative people who want to level up their creative career, such as painter, content creator, vlogger, and so on. Without project management and without discipline, your life will be messed up. When people imagine the writing life, perhaps they picture a writer staring out a rainy window, waiting for a lightning bolt for inspiration. But professional writing is not about inspiration. It's about how you make a good system. For example, as a content writer, I also work in my office. That's why if I don't have a good project management skills, I can mess up the deadlines. From morning until evening, I work in my office as a Japanese interpreter. And in the evening, I will look at my schedule and then I can see my clients' deadlines. And I just have some clients right now and they have different deadlines. When I cannot write by myself, I look for other writers. That's why I start to create a system. I should build a culture and it's a discipline. To get to the finish line, you have to behave less like a tortured artist. You should become a manager. Even though now you are a freelance writer who works by yourself, you need a structure. You need to write a project management flow, and then you should write even though it's raining or it's winter. Or sometimes you have another schedule in your real life pop up in the middle of your writing schedule. It means you need to tidy up your life. Without project management, your great stories or your great writing skills remain forever trapped in a half finished draft folder on your laptop. And then, if you cannot tidy up your life, you don't have a good project management skills or discipline. Your clients will run away because they think that you have no good system in your creative life. The second, it is the skill that you need to have as a writer. It's deep reading and analytical anatomy. Every writer is told to read widely, but there is a massive difference between reading for entertainment and reading for mechanics. A professional writer needs the skill to take apart someone else's works to see how it ticks. Or if you are a copywriter or you are a content writer, even though you hate the ads related to perhaps about relationship because you are single, or if you it's like me, I don't like the topic about agriculture or about cars, about trucks. I hate about this topic. But because I work as a freelance copywriter and also content writer, I should accept this kind of job and I should read the things related to these topics. That's why it's not only about reading the things that we like, but we also need to read the things or research something that we don't like or we are not curious about. It's like being a chef. You don't just eat a delicious meal, you taste it and reverse engineer the recipe. Developing this analytical eye allows you to steal, legally, of course, the structural tools of the masters and apply them to your own work. Even though you don't like the topic, but because you have a responsibility to craft an ads or perhaps a story related to those brands, for example, you need to read like you are the brand owner. You should love and master the topic. After that, you will become a chef. You cook the resources and present it to your client. The third skill that you need to have as a writer is resilience and the business mindset. Finally, we have to talk about the psychological side of the job. It's resilience and the business mindset. Writing is vulnerable act. You pour your soul onto a page and then you send it out into a world that, quite frankly, is often indifferent. Because of that, emotional resilience is a mandatory skill. You need the thick skin to handle rejection from agents or editors or perhaps your clients. And the worst, the indifference of the internet. You have to learn how to separate your self-worth from the critic of your work. But alongside resilience comes business mindset. If you want to be read, you have to understand the marketplace. You need to know how to pitch, how to network without being sleazy, and how to market your own work. Many writers look down on marketing and they think that, oh, my art or my writing should speak for itself. But in the modern world, if you don't advocate for your writing, no one else will. understand SEO, understand about how to craft your personal branding, and so on, is the important thing, like the other entrepreneur and how they build their business. You should think that your writing system is about like a simple business. You don't need storytelling only. You need to network. You need to learn how to craft a presentation to your future clients and so on. If you think and consider your writing skills as a business tools, I think it will be better because now you craft the new identity. It's not only about writer, but also as a business owner. So to recap, yes, you should learn how to craft your story and then sharpen your writing skills. But also don't forget to build the scaffolding that holds those stories up. Master your project management skills, analyze your reading, and then craft the research that you have found, even though you don't like the topic. But if you have a responsibility to create a writing related to this topic, you should act as a brand owner and learn how to love these topics. And then you also need to have a mindset and resilience as a business owner in your writing career. What is the hardest non-writing skills for you to master? Drop a comment or send me an email. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you to listen my simple podcast and see you in the next episode. Bye.